Welcome back to Yildiz Readings 5D. Grab a cuppa, sit back and relax. All the information for bookings is at the end of this video. Hello my beautiful twin flames, we're here to do the update for Divine Masculine, and we do have weekly updates as well as extensions. If you need the extension, the link is directly below. We also have a Twin Flame Members Hub and live every Friday. Very separately, before I get into this read, we do have some exciting news. We are launching the subscription hub online at my website. The link is below, and I currently have a sale up should you need it and you're a twin flame as a thank you. Now, inside the subscription, it's going to be your star signs. It will be a star sign very different to any other, and that's because I've designed it around the niche market of what I feel as a soul coach and a twin flame guide that my clientele need. And also what I wish I could have found out there at the time. So it covers quite a bit. There is an information page if you want to see the format of it free of charge, as well as the Twin Flame Hub that we are launching, which is astrologically based for masculine, feminine, and the karmic cycle. And yes, you can buy a duo pack and it comes with guided meditation. So that aside, there is an information video at the end you can look at. Let's get into your read. Now, the energy is totally different for Divine Masculine this week, and it feels very loved up. And I sat there for a bit and I went, okay, why is this coming through? Number one, the further into our ascension path we get, the astrology at the moment in Twin Flames connection is really amping things up and making it quite fast. And there is a lot to do with Divine Feminine this year. But inside of Divine Masculine's life cycle, they're very much in that Jupiter energy and Mars energy. And we're having a new moon next month in the House of Pisces. I feel that whatever they move through in this Leo moon, they're now looking at life very realistically, like what is holding me back? What is holding me back in this situation? And why do I feel there is a hold up? Why am I not feeding my soul? Why am I not making my dreams come true? We have the Observer. So it's looking to the stars. It's becoming more spiritually inclined. It's needing to look for deeper reasons why we feel subconsciously that these dreams can't happen. They're only made in movies. They're not made in real life. And I do feel at a point, this person does know that they're very protected, but potentially at a point they may have been quite guarded. I feel it's almost like the rose-colored glasses have been peeled off, and a lot of that healing has happened inside of Divine Masculine's life, and I feel they do want to make peace with you. They, my guides were showing me it's almost back to the very beginning, and this will apply very strongly to those of you that are Divine Feminine, the empath energy. That aren't too attached, and that's the absolute key to Twin Flame Path is, you know, less attachment, which a lot of information videos I'm going to be making in 2022 that are going to support you on your path to help you actually learn how to get into that. So if you're quite like nonchalant, not angry, this is going to really come through very quickly for you, and you're going to find that transitional phase into reunion and union will go smoother. Yes, they are looking to the past, and they did feel there was a lot of temptation with you. And at a point in their life, they felt as though between you and potentially a third party, if that was so, sometimes it can be the third party can directly be a work situation. It may be, it could be an ex, it may be a karmic partner. It's what we think the blockage was in our life. Now, with this feminine on the card, yeah, potentially it could have been from Valentine's Day, but I feel this goes even further back. This is what they're showing me. For some time now, there has been, you know, what my guides are showing me is for some time now, the reflection back is, there was two choices here. They may have misinterpreted your demeanor at a point inside their own mind, and they weren't quite ready, okay? But what they're showing me is they've always felt at a very soul level that they're deeply attracted to you. They've always felt at a very soul level that you're quite dangerous for them, that you can take them to places they never thought they'd go, and they did feel to a degree they were quite on guard to do with it. I feel they're looking at it, and no matter what they've done, they've never been able to forget you. They've never been able to forget the connection that they had with you. And at a soul level, that to them is like, okay, we are where we are now. And they're really going into their heart space and they're saying, look, you know, if I could have risen above the situation and stepped outside my body and looked at it differently, I may not have gone in where angels fear to tread, and I may not have done things and put my eggs all in one basket when I was avoiding that of what I wanted. I do feel as though this person at the moment can't turn time back. They know that in their heart and it pains them to the core. But it does feel as though, you know, with what they're, you know, it's almost like our mothers used to say, you made your bed, lie in it. I feel in the heart of it, they know that, but they also know that there is a very deep spiritual connection between you and them, and no, they can't turn time back. And I'm noticing the past and the present, and it's almost saying to themselves, in the deepest of heart's desires, there has been a lot of changes. You know, we get older, we endure these storms, and we come to that other side of a situation, and it can really wear us down. They also feel that the commitment they have and the commitment that you've shown to them has been ever so deep. And they've always, like I said, no matter what they've done to try and protect you, protect themselves, it has been very difficult to do such. They have always tried to, in their own unique way, protect you. And sometimes that was actually pushing you away. But they've always had this deep knowing that at some point in their life they were directly going to end up with you. So I feel in this moon phase, it's almost like psychologically and spiritually, the full moon in Leo has been calling us out. It's like, what is holding us from becoming that king and queen? What is holding us back from being that individual that can really reach the distance in our own personal lives as well as within the connection? I feel at the foundation level, they know what needs to be shifted. These cards are in the position of the foundation. So it could be a karmic connection. It may be an emotional situation that they needed to resolve. But at a foundational level, they also have always known. And it's about this honesty coming through in the frequency of where they feel they're going, regardless of what society's standards are, regardless of those circumstances. You know, we can never be any good to anyone if we can't directly be honest and kind to ourselves. And that can be cycling situations out in the most humble of formats. But at the same time, at a foundation level, they did feel to a degree there was a lot of chaos around them and they really didn't want to drag you through the mud. What they're dealing with right now, there is something that is a little bit testing that potentially they're dealing with. I do feel for quite a while they were in that characteristic of, no, I need to come in absolutely perfect. And that might have been their financial situation. It might have been the psychological or spiritual. I do feel to a degree they also don't want this conflict to be there because they know that they actually can't turn time back. They know that they can't undo what was done. That does to the core hurt them quite a bit. And that's really what they're wanting to articulate to you, if we can be calm enough to hear that situation through. I do feel, you know, their demeanour that they had taken on for a point in time was about sacrifice, and it was the sacrificial energy and the notation of what connections were. And sometimes when we avoid that, we actually end up completely attracting it. So for Divine Feminine, for instance, it might have been that you had a very traditional view, and I do see that coming up at the moment, and it's really changing. We are changed energies as Divine Feminines, and inside of Divine Masculine's life, they also have a very changed opinion when it does come to Divine Feminines in society. So we do need to be careful to paint that picture and continue to paint that picture in the most non-karmic and humblest forms. We do get, good and bad karma, but the frequency I'm getting here is sacrificial. And maybe that we have this expectation and they felt in their life they had to sacrifice for those that they loved. Went in where angels fear to tread, ended up in a very karmic-y kind of cycle, only to get quite burnt, only to get quite used. Separately to that, if you felt to a degree another person got a little bit more than you, generally not, because if it's not in alignment with us and we know, and from the cards I'm seeing, this person didn't know, what would the word be? Awoken to know, didn't know. but knew they were running from it, knew they were running from you. Yes, they did know that point. Now in their psychology, to a degree, it appears to be that they're looking at it through different coloured glasses, through a more adult lens in their own life, and they're saying, look, I'm actually consciously making certain decisions right now, and that is for the bigger picture at hand. I am seeing through the cards that we are going to go into in the extension, because they've got a lot to say to you, and I do feel this is both coming through in their subconscious, and it can potentially play out in a conversation piece directly to you. There is something that they're wanting to do for you, and in their minds, they're going to move hell and high water for you. But that's only going to work if you're open to it. That's really what my guides are saying. But there are some very particular messages that are coming through for Divine Feminine in the mix of this, and potentially what those blockages were and are. But there is a circumstance that they're trying to clean up at the moment that is requiring some senses of sacrifice. But the logic behind them is they're doing that to end a karmic cycle, but they're also, what they're going to be willing to give to you is probably 50 times more. If you do want to come and see the extension, the link is below. If you want to know anything to do with the star sign and twin flame subscriptions, listen to the end of the video, and I also tell you what we provide here on Yildiz Readings 5D. Take care, beautifuls. We do bring weekly content to you that does have extensions. If you need the link, it's directly below. Very separately, on a very exciting level, we have the Star Sign subscription being launched. It will be open before the end of the month and launched for March 2022. We also have the Twin Flame subscription. Now, both of these can be bought in duo, and with the duo packs and the higher levels, we do have the free guided meditation video and audio tracks, which are being added to. 2 extra channels, as I mentioned, lives during the week on Friday. Click the bell for the notification, and I'll see you on the other side for your star signs. For private sessions, my contacts are below.